Hello! Bit of a different video today. This is gonna be a kind of what I'm currently reading / library haul / sorting out this absolute mess of a bookshelf, because guess what? I've run out of space on the shelves that actually look halfway decent, so I need to create some space, and I figured that I would take you through the books that are going onto this shelf, which for the most part are library books. There are a few books in here that I already have, in which case I will let you know, but as you will see from the video that I link up above, I am going to YALC this year, which is the Young Adult Literature Convention, and there are quite a few books that I want to read before I go, and so I picked some up from the library to read. Shocker. And I figured I would share them with you and also sort out this mess. So, starting off with the one that I have already finished, we have The Quiet at the End of the World by Lauren James, which is a science fiction book about Earth following an infertility crisis which paused all reproduction on the planet. And I'll wrap it up properly at the end of the month, but I absolutely loved this book. It was fantastic, it was insightful, it was shocking, it was fun and engaging, and I really enjoyed the characters, and all around this book is fantastic. I will definitely be picking up a copy to take with me to YALC to get Lauren James to sign it, because it was fantastic, and I've actually put in a request at the library for more of her books so that I can read some more of them before YALC, because I have a very strong suspicion that I'm going to like some of her others too. One book that I am currently reading, which is in here because I'm currently reading it, is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. This is a reread for me and is book 1 in the Stormlight archive. I'm not going to get into this one now. I'm actually listening to it on audio anyway. I just was flicking through it as I was listening to the book the other day, and that's why it's in here, but I'm going to put this back where it belongs with the other books in the series. Hence this shelf organising, right? I think I'm going to get rid of all the ones that are on the shelf first. So the next book on here is The Beholder by Anna Bright, which is the book that came in my Fairy Loot box this month, and I unboxed that yesterday, so there is a video on my channel talking about this book, so I will point you in that direction in case you're interested. Then I have some book sleeves, Fairy Loot pouches, fairy scoops, art prints. My goodness, what a mess. The next one I have on here is Heartstopper by Alice Oseman, which is another one of the library books that I borrowed for YALC, and I read this the other day and loved it. It was so cute. So cute. The characters were so endearing. The storyline, it's basically a love story between these two boys, but it's set in secondary school in the UK, and I have never read anything that so accurately portrays what it feels like to be in secondary school in the UK. The language is exactly what I remember from when I'm in school, and lots of books try, but this is perfect. This is exactly how teenagers spoke when I was in school, and it felt so nostalgic and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, highly recommend this one, and I'm gutted that volume 2 isn't out until next month. I can't wait for it. Then I have a cute little pouch here, and I've got the first 15 lives of Harry August by Claire North, which I tried to read a while ago. I thought that it was sci-fi, but it is sci-fi set in a historical setting, which is different, and I'm not a massive fan of historical fiction, so I think I'm going to very much need to be in the mood for this book. I still want to read it, but I haven't been in that mood yet, so I haven't read it yet. It is about a man named Harry August who relives his life over and over again, and at the end of one of his lives he's given a message that he needs to take back with him into the past and deliver to someone, I don't know who, but I will read it. I want to read it. I just will definitely need to be in the right mood for it because it's set during World War II, which is not a time period I enjoy reading about, to be honest. Then we have my copy of Requiem for the Sun by Elizabeth Haydn. This is not where this book lives. I should probably put it away. I started it around this time last year, got about 58 pages in, and then got distracted by other books that I wanted to read because this is a reread. So even if I pick this back up, I'd have to start it again. So I think I'm going to put this one away back with the other books in that series. Another book sleeve, more fairy scoops, another book sleeve, fairy pouches. This is a cushion cover that I need to get, well, yeah, cushion cover that I need to get a cushion for. More fairy loot pouches. I think they're so cute. These pouches are so cute and they're so handy for travel, so I don't want to get rid of any of them, to be honest. There's a candle there, and then I've got my couple of tote bags, my manual for my camera, so I'm keeping that in case, you know, I need to figure anything out. Promotional leaflets, fairy scoop, bit of rubbish. Clearly, I'm so organised. Spare camera battery and battery box. Battery chargers. Goodness, what a mess, guys. And then a notepad, which clearly needs to live somewhere else. And then more promotional stuff. And then I've got all of my beautiful art prints from all of my Fairy Loot boxes. And these are so, I mean, God, that one still kills me. It's beautiful. These are gorgeous, and I need to figure out what I want to do with them all in terms of displaying them, because they're just so nice. So if anybody has any ideas about that, then let me know, because I am all ears. Okay, oh, that just fits. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put library books that I have read and want to pick up copies of in one place, and library books that I haven't read in another place, and library books that I've read and just want to return somewhere else. So this is a book that's mine, so that can just go there in general. Ditto the first 15 lives of Harry August, and then Heartstopper and The Quiet at the End of the World were beautiful. I'm going to organise this properly afterwards, so I'm going to take you through the other library books that I have, and then I will probably just do a time lapse of me putting this stuff away. So next we have And the Ocean Was Our Sky by Patrick Ness, illustrated by Ravina Kai. This is not for Yalc, but I saw it at the library, and it's actually one I've been wanting to read for a while, but I haven't wanted to buy it because it's quite an expensive hardback because of all the illustrations. So since it was available, I figured that I'd pick up a copy and see what I think of it. Then we have Undercover Princess by Connie Glynn. I will read you the synopsis. Lottie Pumpkin is an ordinary girl who longs to be a princess attending Rosewood Hall on a scholarship. Ellie Wolfe is a princess who longs to be an ordinary attending Rosewood Hall to avoid her royal duties in the kingdom of Mordova. Moradova. When fate puts the two 14-year-olds in the same dorm, it seems like a natural solution to swap identities. After all, everyone mistakenly believes Lottie to be the princess anyway, but someone's onto their secret, and at Rosewood, nothing is ever as it seems. And that just seems really fun and cute, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. Then we have my current physical read, which is Revenger by Alistair Reynolds, which I'm going to describe as treasure hunters in space. Now, I'm not very far into this. I'm only on page 20 because I've had a really busy few days and just haven't had any time for reading at all, which sucks and I hate it, and I can't wait to get into this book properly. But that's the current read, so I'll put it there for now, but it's not going to stay on the bookshelf because I'm reading it. Then we have Indigo Donut by Patrice Lawrence, which says, in Bailey's opinion, Indigo didn't look like she needed a hero. One by one, she looked Mona, Saskia, Betty and Kay in the eye. Then she gave them the finger, slow motion. Headphones on again, she sauntered off towards the science wing. Hell, she was. Indigo lives with her foster mum, Keely. When she meets Bailey at sixth form, serious sparks fly, but Indigo has a secret that could ruin everything between them before it's even begun. Bailey's blown away by Indigo. She's so different to other girls, but when Bailey becomes the target of a homeless man who knows more about Indigo's past than is normal, he is forced to make an impossible choice. And I picked this one up because Patrice Lawrence is one of the authors that I had identified as one I wanted to read. This wasn't necessarily one of the books that I'd earmarked, but it was the only one my library had by Patrice, so I'm interested to see how I get on with her writing style, and if it works for me then I may go ahead and pick up some of her other works as well. Then we have Radio Silence by Alice Oseman, which was on my TBR and I am looking forward to reading it. It says, what if everything you set yourself up to be was wrong? Frances is a study machine with one goal. Nothing will stand in her way. Not friends, not a guilty secret, not even the person she is on the inside. Then Frances meets Aled, and for the first time she's unafraid to be herself. So when the fragile trust between them is broken, Frances is caught between who she was and who she longs to be. Now Frances knows that she has to confront her past, to confess why Caris disappeared. Frances is going to need every bit of courage that she has. Which sounds interesting, and I'm looking forward to reading it. And then finally we have Two Can Keep a Secret by Karen M. McManus. And firstly, can I just... since when did libraries start having books with sprayed edges? That's crazy cool. I mean, I know that these are really popular these days, but I'm loving it. Loving it. Anyway. Echo Ridge is reeling. This picturesque town nestled near the Canadian border experienced its first tragic loss in 1995 when high school senior Sarah Corcoran vanished while walking home from the library. God, hit me in the feels much. Then 5 years ago, homecoming queen Lacey Kilduff was found dead in the aptly named Murderland Halloween Park. Now the killer claims to be back. A small town that keeps losing its homecoming queens, 2 murders still unsolved. Echo Ridge is not a good place to be popular. So those are all the books that I need to find homes for on my shelf, and I'll do a little bit of decorating and tidying up of all of this stuff that I've pulled off my shelf, and yeah, let me get into it. Okay, so I'm just going to see if I can show you this a little bit better. So I have over here the books that I have yet to read. I've still folded up some of these art prints. Over here we have the library books that I've read and want to get copies of, and then just over there we have the books that are already mine, and then I've just popped the tote bags down here and all the fairy scoops and fairy loot pouches went in there, and then my book sleeves are just on top there. This shelf is still a bit of a dumping ground really, but it will do for now. So this was a bit of a random video really, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to see more like this from me, then do think about hitting that subscribe button, and I hope to see you here again soon. Thanks! Bye!